Hi, this is Jason from Horrific Nightmares. Welcome back to my top 20 for 2020. Things that make me feel like Halloween or Halloween fun. Now, just keep in mind that this is just my opinion and how I see these movies, and this may be a bit longer of a video because there are a few things that require an explanation or memories that I would like to share. Special thank you to everyone who's participated and to Joe the Horror Man for helping me come up with this challenge. Alright, coming in at number 20 is a recent watch. Believe it or not, I had never seen Ernest Scared Stupid. And I'm so glad I watched it this year because I had so much fun with this. This is going to be an annual Halloween watch for me because it's just a fun movie. And it's got a really fun Halloween feel to it. Everybody kept saying, "You need to watch this, you need to watch this." Well, I did. Alright, coming up at number 19 is a movie that Joe the Horror Man made for me. And it's a movie called Haunted Ween. This movie has an awesome Halloween feel to it, and I really like it. It's a shame it's so expensive and so hard to find, but like I said, Joe made this copy for me, and now I have it to enjoy whenever I want it. This is definitely another Halloween watch. Such a fun movie, and the haunted houses in this are just cool. The haunted house, rather. All right, coming up at number 18 is one that no one ever talks about, and that's called The Maze. This movie is really fun and really mean-spirited and has a really cool Halloween feel to it. It's a definite recommendation. I've always liked this movie. It's a lot of fun. For some reason it says YouTube down there. Wonder why. Anyway, really glad when I found this movie. To me, this is a Halloween film. Really cool. Alright, coming up at number 17 is Mad Monster Party. Now, I used to watch this when I was a kid, not as much as some of the other movies that'll be on this list, but this has a really, really fun feel to it. Classic actors doing voices, Boris Karloff. It's just amazing. So much fun. Alright, coming up at number 16 is an asylum film, believe it or not. My favorite asylum film, which is Halloween Night. Now, this movie is so cool. This is about a killer who escapes from a mental institution and kills people on Halloween. It's kind of a Halloween ripoff, but it's at a Halloween party and everybody's dressed up, and it's just really, really cool. Fun movie. Yeah. All right. Now, number 15 is Dark Night of the Scarecrow. Now, this premiered on Halloween when I was a little kid, and it scared the crap out of me. That's why it's on this list. It's a fantastic movie, and it's one that I do recommend people see. It's a television film, but it's done extremely well. And that's Dark Night of the Scarecrow. Coming up next is All Hallows Eve. And actually, Mischief Night almost made the list. I know there's no honorable mentions, but this is also a good one if you're looking for a movie with a good Halloween feel. All Hallows Eve is an anthology, and it's where we are introduced to Art the Clown. Just a fantastic movie, and it just makes me feel like Halloween. Very cool. Alright, coming up next is a recent watch, but it's a movie I had a ton of fun with. And that is Goosebumps 2. This movie is great. I reviewed this for my 31 Days of Horror in October, and this has the ultimate Halloween feel to it. It probably would have been further up the list had I had seen it earlier, and multiple watches. It probably will be in the future. This is just a really good movie. To me, it outdoes the original, and it's just really cool. Alright, coming up next, and this shouldn't be a big surprise, it is Night of the Demons. course, this movie occurs on Halloween, and it's just got a really cool Halloween feel to it. What's even better is that you'll never look at lipstick the same again. Yeah, this is a fun one. Night of the Demons is great. All right. Coming up at number 11 is Frankenstein. Now, this is going to probably require a little bit of an explanation. Now, this was the first Universal monster film I introduced my daughter to. The second was The Mummy. But this was the first, and I introduced this to her on Halloween because we rented it from Blockbuster. It's just an amazing movie, and I love it. And it'll always remind me of Halloween for that reason. And that's Frankenstein at number 11. Alright guys, we're in the top 10. And this is number 10. The Houses. October Built. This is a great movie. It's got the ultimate feel to it. I wouldn't suggest watching the second one. I mean, it's okay, but it really craps on the original. I mean, I don't know. That's just my opinion, of course, but this is so cool. This is about a group of people in a RV that go around checking out haunted sites. And they get a little bit more than they bargained for. Fantastic movie. I love this movie. One of my very favorite found footage films. Yeah. Or mockumentary, if you want to call it that. Coming up next is an anthology called 1031. Now, I haven't seen the second one yet, so it couldn't have made this list. But this has an awesome, awesome Halloween feel to it. Yeah, this is a really good movie, and it's definitely a recommendation. Scream Team Releasing put this out, and it's really cool. Yeah, 1031. Coming up next is, of course, The Barn. One of the best Halloween slashers that there is. Now, of course, this has an ultimate Halloween feel with the 3 killers and just the fact that it takes place on Halloween. I mean, what more can you ask for? The Barn is fantastic. It's one of my very favorite modern horror movies. Yeah. And it has Ari Lehman and Linnea Quigley in it. Alright, coming up next is Tales of Halloween. This movie absolutely blew me away. It's very close between this and, well, you'll see coming up, but this is an amazing box set. It has all kinds of stuff in it. It has a soundtrack, it has cards, it has just about everything. And I love this movie. It's really, really good. I believe it has 10 segments, and it even has more on the Blu-ray. Alright, coming in at number 6 is Phantasm. Why is Phantasm in your Halloween list? Well, there's a couple of reasons. The second time I saw Phantasm was during one of the Count Vortimille? He was the DC-20 Count that did the Halloween specials. And he played Phantasm when I was about 13, I think, or 12. And it was just fun to watch it. Gave you that Halloween feel. Just a really awesome time. But the real reason why this is in here is because, not last year, but the year before, or maybe it was last year. I don't know. It was either last year or the year before. I actually got to see this very close to Halloween on the big screen, and it just blew my mind. I've always loved this movie, but seeing it on the big screen is just, it's just a memory that I can never replace. Yeah. Alright guys, we're into the top 5. And coming in at number 5 is Trick or Treat. Now I'm sure this will be on most people's list. I have to watch this every year at Halloween. It's just a must. It's got a great Halloween feel to it, and the stories in it are just incredible. Such a good movie, such a great anthology. That's Trick or Treat, coming in at number 5. Coming in at number 4 is one of my favorite anthologies of all time, and that is The Witching Season. If you have not seen The Witching Season, you need to do so. The shorts in this are fantastic, and they're basically handled like little movies because they're all separated and they have an intro and an outro that just screams Halloween. I love this movie, and to be honest with you, this of course is recorded before They Live Inside Us comes out. So that may make my list for next year, who knows. But I'm definitely getting that when it comes out because that's one of the best stories on here. But they're just amazing. All the stories on this are amazing. So definitely check this out. Scream Team releasing. Pick up The Witching Season. You will not be sorry. All right, coming in at number 3 is a movie that Joe the Horror Man made for me. And that's because it's insanely hard to find and very, very expensive. And that is Kenny and Company. Ever since he made this for me and I was able to watch it, I've watched it every Halloween, and it's a fantastic movie. Also directed by Don Coscarelli, who did Phantasm. It has a great Halloween feel. It's not necessarily a horror movie, although it does have horror elements. It's just a great film, and it's really what growing up is all about. I can't stress this movie enough. We desperately need a really good Blu-ray of this. Help us out here. Yeah. All right, coming in at number 2 is going to be something a little bit different. I didn't feel like going downstairs and digging out my DVD, so I decided to show you guys this. And of course, it's The Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown, a movie that I've been watching ever since I was a little kid. This is a play set for The Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown that I have. Figured you guys would rather see this than a dumb old DVD cover. Plus, like I said, I really didn't feel like going downstairs and digging through stuff to find it. But this movie is just a classic. The Peanuts are awesome. It's just an amazing movie. Yeah. And it's The Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. And of course, number 1, I'm sure most people can guess, it's an absolute necessity. Actually, the entire franchise is an absolute necessity, including the Rob Zombie Halloweens, which I don't really care for that much, but I watch them anyway this time of year. And it is Halloween, the original. It's just an amazing movie. It's my favorite horror movie of all time. Damn close to my favorite movie of all time. It's probably tied for second or third. So it's just a great movie. John Carpenter outdid himself and gave us the best slasher movie ever made, arguably. And that's my list. Thank you guys so much for participating. Thank you for watching my video, and happy Halloween.